save here.
The color guard will advance the colors. Hand salute. Two. The POW, MIA, and Missing Comrade flag will now be posted by the color guard. A POW, MIA empty chair is placed at all official meetings of the American Legion as a physical symbol of the thousands of American POW, MIAs still unaccounted for from all wars and conflicts involving the United States of America. This is a reminder for all of us to spare no effort to secure the release of any American prisoner from captivity, the repatriation of the remains of those who died bravely in defense of liberty, and a full accounting of those missing. Let us rededicate ourselves to this vital endeavor. Uncover. Please join us in a moment of silence in memory of our missing comrades. Norbert M. Banowitz, Herbert K. Bursford, George T. Cannibal, Erno Sindelor. The chaplain will now offer a prayer.
Lord God, thank you for this wonderful day and for those gathered here tonight. Be with us in all our walks in life, and let us be attentive to all who join in this meeting. We ask that you guide us as members of this post this evening, so that we might be productive in our discussions towards our goal of service to you, our members, community, and our nation. Let us remember all our servicemen and women who gave the ultimate sacrifice, and for those who are still suffering in hospitals, nursing homes, and personal dwellings. We especially pray for those who are homeless, that they may find shelter from the cold weather. Guide us and be with us this evening. We ask all of this for God and country, in your mighty name. Amen.
Amen. Please join in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Cover. We will now recite the preamble of the Constitution of the American Legion. For God and country,
we associate ourselves together for the following purposes: to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, to maintain law and order, to foster and perpetuate 100% Americanism, to preserve the memories and incidents of our associations in all wars, to inculcate a sense of individual obligation to the community, state, and nation, to combat the autocracies of both the classes and the masses, to make right the master and mighty, to promote peace and goodwill on earth, to safeguard and transmit prosperity, the principles of justice, freedom, and democracy, to consecrate and sanctify our comradeship by our devotion to mutual helpfulness.
Attitude. Do we have a quorum?
Yes, we have 46 present tonight.
I now declare Marion Post 298, Department of Iowa, regularly convened. Sergeant of Arms, do we have any guests, visitors, or new members?
Yes, Commander, we have three new people here. Bob Peterson, who is actually a veteran, but he's not a member, and he's kind of attending his first meeting. Where's Bob at?
Right here.
Okay. All right, Bob, I guess I'll probably have that story right. Have you been, this your first meeting?
Yes.
Okay. And we also have Chuck Gardner, who was a longtime veteran and a close friend for many years. He's finally got up here and joined the Legion, which we're glad to have him. And he also brought a friend along who is here to kind of see what the Legion's all about. He's also a veteran, Ron Lindauer. And those three, man.
Thank you, sir. Why don't you three come up, please? Robert Demanis, commander here. Jim. Nice to meet you. So, if you guys just want to tell us a little bit about your service, who you served with. Oh, sorry.
Photo op.
Thank you, Jim.
Put on your game.
Yours in front of me, too.
We're trying to save the camera. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, old soldiers need notes. I'm sorry. I had kind of a complicated job. My first duty station, 62 to 63, I was assigned to the Army Nike Hercules Missile Headquarters in Minneapolis. I worked in the Air Defense Command Center and plotted targets on the Defense Status Board. My second duty station, I was assigned to the Sage Air Defense Command Center on the Duluth Air Force Base in the fall of '63. I was one of the representatives at Duluth for the Minneapolis missile sites. The Sage building directed the air defense of the upper Midwest and central Canada, and my title was Assistant Air Defense Missile Director, and I provided Army missile status to the Air Force. One brief comment. 2 months after I went to Duluth, transferred to Duluth, that was November '63. 2 months later was when President Kennedy was assassinated. 2 days later, on live TV in the barracks, I saw Jack Ruby shoot Lee Harvey Oswald. And that, I was Specialist 4th Class. I'm officially a Vietnam veteran, but I served in the U.S. only. And at the completion of my Army service, I was awarded the National Defense Service Medal. And to conclude, I just want to say that it was a privilege to have served in the Army positions that I held.
Thank you. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Chuck Gardner. I did not know I was going to be making this little deal. I was in the Army about the time Vietnam was lighting up. Got out, had orders to go to Vietnam. The day I was supposed to leave for Vietnam, they switched me to Germany. I was quite relieved. The Ouija board said I was supposed to die in Vietnam. Anyway, had an easy tour in Germany, did heavy equipment operations. Got out of the Army, went in the National Guard for a few years, enjoyed that, loved the Army, wished I'd have stayed in the Guard. Had a good career in the Army. Was a mechanic the rest of my years in service out of the Army.
Well, thank you for being here. You want to tell us a little about yourself?
Well, mine's not as impressive as probably anybody else's, but I did 8 years in the Navy Reserve, petty class, BO2 petty officer. I did most of my time active duty and stuff out on the West Coast in support of some of the ships that were out there. So was in, actually I served during Desert Storm, so that time period. So our units were alerted. We were never totally activated. So, but I was graduated in '71. The Vietnam War is still going on. My lottery number was high, and I just never was called for it, but it was always something that I wanted to do later on, so I joined later on. So.
What year?
Pardon?
What year?
That was in '86 to '94.
Thank you for your service. Appreciate it. The minutes of our meeting are published in the newsletter. Are there any correction or amendments to the published minutes?
Commander,
Yes, sir.
I just happened to notice that meeting was extraordinarily brief as it convened. It adjourned at 1920, having been convened at 1930. I just
Well,
wanted to get
Christmas was around the corner, so I was trying to go back in time to get everybody out of here.
Bob, I did that on purpose. I'm anxious to see if anybody reads them.
I forgot how to tell them.
Are there any further corrections needed to be spoke about?
I'll get that, Bob.
All right, we'll get that fixed. Thank you. We're going to start with our committee reports. We're going to start with membership. Ron, you're going to talk about membership?
Yeah, real quick, our membership, I just took on a couple of nights, but I've processed 872 memberships. That puts us at 84% of 1033, our goal. So far this year, we've brought in 29 new members, and what's outstanding about that, there's only been 99 statewide. We got 1/3 of everybody statewide.
Very good job. So obviously we're getting towards the end of the year, so if you have not renewed, please think about renewing. If you have questions about your renewal of the process or just questions on wanting to be a part of this Legion, come have a conversation with me. I'll tell you what, my plans are for the next year and some of the things that we're trying to complete here. So that'll be my only spiel for membership. All right, second vice.
Okay, so we had a good turnout for our Christmas party. We had about 60 to 65 children come in for the party. We spent $227, roughly $4 per kid. Not bad. We got a lot of stuff left over from that, so we can continue for the next year. Checking account is $2,772, and then we just received a check from the Sons for $350. That would bring us back up over the $3,000 that I'm allowed. Sunday, January 15th, which is this next Sunday, is the omelet breakfast, first one of the year. It'll be from 8 to 11. And then the following Friday, January 20th, will be our first tenderloin fry from 5 to 7. In February, we're going to skip the tenderloin fry because that will be the first part of Lent. So we're going to start our fish fries. And we'll have one every week starting the 24th of February through March 31st. We will not do one on Good Friday. So that'll be 6 weeks of fish fries. Omelet breakfast will continue every third Sunday of the month.
And you are looking for help for the fish fries, right?
Correct.
I think it might be worth putting something on the board out there so we can get some fresh blood in there to help out with fish fries. Anything else, sir?
That's it.
Finance officer is not going to be here tonight, so Ron will read over the numbers.
Okay. As of January 1st, checking, we have $21,115.25. Finances for December, income, $9,935.29. Expenses were $15,252.45. That's a difference of a negative $5,317.16. Major income, Commander's Raffle, $4,780. Second vice, $2,029.35. Membership, $1,520. Hall rental, $900. Vets Club, $400. Donations, $200. Now, this is where it shows up for why our expenses were at $15,000. We purchased a $10,000 CD at 1.5% membership. Membership costs were $1,680. Commander's raffle winner was $1,000. And once again, the bugaboo every month is energy at $1,057.
Thank you, Ren. Building Corporation, I don't see Gary.
No report this month.
Thank you, sir. Vets Club? Bernie here?
Bernie left.
Vets Club? No report. Service Officer?
Do I need, nobody else is getting up. All I'm doing is continuing to call members. I've been through all the terrain on my list and I'm working on more and I visited 2 nursing homes in the last month.
Couldn't hear you from that city
You hear
here.
me?
No, I heard you just fine. I hear better when you stand up though. Sergeant of Arms?
Commander, we continue we've been pretty busy with funeral services this past few weeks. Other than that, we do have a request to present the colors at the Shriners this coming Saturday for their installation of their leader or whatever, and so we told them we'd be happy to do that. Otherwise, we continue to do the funerals we're asked to do.
Thank you. Thank you for all the work you guys are doing for Sergeant of Arms. Thank you very much. Historian, Jim?
Nothing to report.
Article, flag essay? Kelly? Thank you for standing and coming up here.
You're welcome. I don't want to get in trouble. Flag essays are completed. We got the judging done. The winner, who happens to be from St. Pius, which is near and dear to my heart, has been sent on to the next level. Right now I'm working on, with the help of our commander, getting a group of maybe 4 or 5 of us, some from the Honor Guard, to go and visit the schools. We're looking at the date of Friday, January 27th, so that we can present those flags in an assembly, and also my hope is that we can do a flag folding ceremony for the kids while they're there, because I'm pretty sure most of them haven't seen that before. So that's what I'm working on right now. Yep.
Boys State, do we have any further information on anything about Boys State? Other than them raising the cost? No. Okay. Legion Baseball.
One of the things, we will have just one team as of right now for the support of American Legion Post 298. Last year we did have 2 teams, and speaking with the baseball coach at Linmar, as well as the coaches that are also underneath him, it does not seem that the interest is there in the younger group right now, but we will reach out to try and see if we can find a second team close by that would represent Post 298. Spoke with the coach of the Legion team this evening, and last year on their uniforms they put their last names on the back of it. It was their suggestion that they come up and put Post 298 on the back of that. And in follow-up of that, with scholarships, hopefully we will find out from the trust fund what the amount will be that we will be able to provide in a scholarship as the month progresses. And as soon as we do find that out, Mike Barron, and with our finance man, he will inform me immediately, and we will complete the applications and get them available here at the bar area, as well as being distributed to all the high schools within Lynn County and along with the colleges and universities. And also Roger Norfolk, as we all know, will definitely have access to it and get it on the website as soon as I give him the proper information. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Scouts? Andy?
Get out of my way.
Forget your walker.
Commander, the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts.
I'd say something, but I'm not going to. Thank you, Chuck, thank you.
they'll be here to help us on our tenderloin fries and the omelet. But I will talk second vice. I'm sure you're gonna want somebody for the fish fries.
Absolutely.
Those get to be a kind of a snake pit, but they're always glad to help. And other than that, I have no report. They're doing just fine. So if you need anything from them, let me know. Can I have my seat back? Yeah, I can get off from it.
All right. You gonna take this out then? All right, Sal?
Okay, I'm gonna try to shorten this up. Minutes were approved. They discussed the gun raffle. They'd like the tickets turned in by February 1st, but will accept them until the 7th. They had 135 at their November breakfast and 57 at their dinner. New business. Once again, they discussed volunteers for the upcoming breakfast Sunday and their chili dog night. Chili dog night, they will be doing root beer floats again. They discussed helping the auxiliary with replacing the refrigerator, and that's progressed quite a ways. It's a number of things going on with that. There's some things going on with their membership. If they ain't paid up by the end of February, they may lose their continuous years. Their dues are going from 20 to 25 for 2024. Robbie was given permission to pay the SL commitment of $500 to pay the SL's commitment of $500 to building and grounds and the $350 to the second vice. Permission was granted. Proceeded with discussing use of their money on children and youth, club, etc. Commander Collin requested they come to the next meeting with ideas. Roger suggested they send representatives to the Midwinter Conference. Robbie and Collin plan on attending. That was their meeting.
Thank you.
I have one addition to that, please.
Yes, sir.
Their constitution and bylaws has been approved by the Post. I'm only awaiting your signature, sir, and I will turn them into department at Midwinter.
You got it with you today?
Yeah.
I'll get it after the meeting. I'll get it sent. All right, Legion Riders?
So the riders have $3,321.86 in our budget, in our checking account. The only transaction we've had in the last month, there's a family by the name of Dennis and Jennifer Eagle, E-G-E-L. They don't live far from here, but every year they've been consistent in giving us $100 for the Legacy Scholarship Fund. They're a great, dependable supporter of us, and I wanted to add that in. For the riders, our budget and our officers list was approved by the Post. And Jason, if you'd come up and join me here, please. So Jason Aschenbach is the new director. Larry Rolfson is the vice director. Kelly Jorgensen is secretary. And I am treasurer and road captain. One of the things we're going to do this evening is to kind of talk to Bobby, our guy that's been our director for the last 10 years. Come on up, Bob. Yeah, that's your clue. So Bob's been our director for the last 10 years. It's one of those where if we got somebody that likes what he's doing and does a good job of it, it's easy to keep doing it. You've seen it happen in a lot of places. He's had a lot of class and style he's brought to us. I have to tell a little bit of story about his motorcycle history. A whole bunch of years ago, he was told he couldn't ride anymore. And for 10 years, he didn't have a bike. But somehow that shifted, and he got to where he was riding with us again. But even when it now has gone to where he can't ride again, he's still been our director for a couple years. He shows up at all of our stuff, working with us, and he's just given us more than we could ask for. So we have a little token here. Presented to Bob Bales, Director of ALR Chapter 298 in Marion, Iowa, January 2013 to December 2022. 10 years of progress for the chapter. For the class and style you brought to the job and your generosity of spirit, we will always be grateful. Thank you. Anything you want to say? You don't have to.
It was just fun, I just enjoyed it, I enjoyed what we did. Still enjoy what we do, I just can't do it, so. I wish them the best of luck.
Can we get a picture
To everybody in the riders, and this post is an awesome post. Thank you very much.
Now, I keep learning as I go along. I've been playing at this post now since '97, and I keep learning about more and more of the things we're supposed to do. Like when I mentioned I'm going to take the SAL Constitution bylaws and turn them into state. I didn't know they were supposed to be done. I don't think our posts have been turned into them. Do you know, Edge? So I'm going to take a copy of the Riders Constitution bylaws, the Post Constitution bylaws, and the Sun's Constitution bylaws and turn them into the Programs Director at state. I'll do that in midwinter.
Thank you.
This year also I've done something we haven't before in that I'm doing a bit for the historian's book. I've got an after action report for the year. So we started 2022 with $3,846.50 and ended with $3,171.86. Our contributions were $250 to Willis Dady, $250 to Freedom Foundation, $100 to Stand Down, $100 for post use, the hall use. Legacy Scholarship Fund was $2,966.31. We gave again to the Freedom Foundation of $200. There was a young man that was cleaning gravestones of veterans. We gave him $200. Carl kicked in an extra $50 to him. We gave $200 to the auxiliary unit for the school supplies, and then the other $100 for hall use. So we donated a total of $4,366.31. Our rides of the year. I was a road captain. We tried to have one at the end of each of our meetings on our Saturdays, the third Saturday of the month. We went to, we had the Legacy Run, where there was Cheryl and myself that went again this year. 492 hours and 6,900 miles. Funeral escort to Van Meter, visit to Iowa Veterans Home, honor flight flag lines. We've done a couple parades. Other group rides we've done for the Teufelhounds and for the group from Schellsburg. We did the group with the CVMA's ride. We've had a couple tenderloin fries. We went to a funeral in Galva, Illinois, and we had our leaf ride. Those are the rides that we've done this year. We had a good year in 2022. We had 6 new members join in 2022. However, our total of members is 27. 3 of them are not local, several have health issues and have trouble participating, and several, 3 are legacy members as health issues terminated their ability to ride. Our members are Legionnaires, auxiliary members, and SAL. We elected our officers in November. Our slate of officers was approved by the Post Executive Board on 12 December, as was our budget. Our Constitution and bylaws were approved by the Executive Board on 12 October. Bob Hells has had the position of Chapter Director for the last 10 years. Jason Aschenbach was elected as Director for 2023. Larry Rolfson as Vice Director, myself as Road Captain Treasurer, and Kelly as Secretary. We had a ride of some sort after every meeting and always had a quorum at our meetings. This year we took checks of nearly every donor and handed them in at the Legacy Run, where a total donation was $4,466.31. A new high for our efforts. Our 2 members riding the Legacy Run continue our run of at least 1 member in every run since 2008. So we're pretty proud of what we've done. Adding this to our historian's book then tells that portion of our chapter as well. Has anyone got any questions of me at this particular juncture? Thank you very much.
Real quick, could I have a copy of that?
A side trail from the existing trail come by the memorial loop back, gives us an opportunity to put, say, a placard. Anybody that's ever walked a park trail, placards explaining stuff. We could maybe have a placard that would explain who we are, what the memorial is. And just, you start going pie in the sky thing. Park benches, memorial benches, maybe we would want to, some of our members might like. We have an opportunity to promote ourselves to the people that might use the trail. Yes, I think we have people now, from what I've heard, that will park there and maybe go ride their bike. Would that increase? No way to know until it happens. Talk to them about maybe it down by the tower, they put in a hard, whether it's gravel, parking area that would be designated for if you want to ride the trail, go down there, park, and unload your bikes. Talked about maybe some signage. We have, I've heard now, had people park there in our lot. I expect we would have other people park in the lot. Again, we have an opportunity to present ourselves as community-minded, community spirit. And I'd rather hear that we go down and, hey, good to see you, have a good ride, rather than get the heck off of our property, you don't need to park here. That's the last thing we bloody well need to start doing. So we have, if it gets extreme, we have to be careful and inform the city that if we see parking being overwhelmed, okay, we have an issue, it needs to be addressed. My impression from talking with them was the caboose is going to come down. Their vision is that for some reason they've decided that the caboose doesn't need to be down there. There's a potential remodel of the depot being planned out. Their thought was to bring the caboose down here because for those of us that are 100, Leonard, I hear there was rail yards, stock yards, turntables. We had a whole big switch yard on this end of the town. If you look at that drawing, you will see that it's a split around the trail. That is their vision or interpretation of the rail yards. Now they've got the caboose in the middle of those two. That gives them 3 tracks, so to speak. So they're recreating in their vision the rail yard, which was on the east side of town, where we are. So that would tie this end on down to the caboose. That's the way the visionaries deal with it. So it's going to be, I'd say it's a done deal. It's coming down. It's just a matter of how it's going to work. This is where they're leaning. I hope to know more tomorrow night.
Thank you, sir.
Do enough? Thank you,
Yep.
Commander.
Appreciate you putting your voice in for us. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. Any other unfinished business or old business? The one thing that I want to talk about, which we talked about last month, I do got the totals for the Commander's raffle. So we ended up raising a little bit around 14,000. We ended up, after expenses, bringing in $12,162.88 for our post. So, very good job. You guys heard earlier about the $10,000 that was created for a CD. So Mike went ahead and put that $10,000 right into a CD, a 1-year CD at 4.5%. So that's a fantastic thing for our post. So I appreciate everybody who helped out and obviously purchased a ticket or helped out getting that set up and going. So thank you for that. Any other old business? All right, any new business? Yes, sir.
Commander, in accordance with our Constitution and bylaws, we are to elect our delegates to the convention and the conference, so they are known by you as the head of delegation for any voting purposes. We are authorized 2 with an additional one for every 50 members. We've never had that many people go. So what we've normally done at this point is you ask who's going, and the guys kind of say, yeah, that works out all right, and then you have the names for when we go down.
Okay. Is anybody interested in going? We We got the dates on that, sir?
9 through 12 February
Convention.
And that's in Des Moines, correct?
at Des Moines at the Holiday Inn Airport.
So I am going to be going. I think Roger Norfolk will be going as well. Is anybody else interested in going? Dick Hogan is back there. Ron? No. Yes. You are going, Ron? Okay. Mike, are you going to the, in Des Moines, the 9th through 12th, the midwinter?
Yes.
Okay. So do we need to elect somebody out of the 5, or how does that work, Roger?
No, basically at this point, you can say, roughly say, is everyone accept these people to represent the post, and we're good to hook.
Does everybody accept these people to represent the American Legion Post 298?
Aye.
Very good, thank you. Any other new business?
Can a veteran just walk off the street and go into the meeting, or?
You can, it's just we're supposed to elect people in case there's votes and stuff, so that the post has approved them. So yeah, everybody can come down and visit. There's a lot of training will go on. I believe the schedule is already on the state website.
I will reserve, I just forgot about it, so thank you for reminding us. Any good of the Legion or correspondence? Yes, sir.
Commander, I just wanted to say kudos to whoever planned the Christmas party. I brought my little grandson to that, and I had a hell of a good time, and I think
that was our second vice, Mike Cleveland, who did that, so.
Great job.
Great job. That's a priority for us. We want to continue to do community events. That's going to bring us closer to our community, which obviously will help with our membership as well. So, any other correspondence?
I got one thing for Good Legion. The county meeting scheduled for January 24th. It was supposed to be in Lisbon. Lisbon no longer has a, per se, home. They sold it, and the building wasn't available that night. It has been rescheduled for Veterans Memorial Coliseum, fourth floor, old city council chambers,
At what time again?
6:30.
Thank you.
On the 24th.
Very nice facility.
You'll send the email, correct?
I already sent it out.
Can you include me in
Look
that?
again.
So I can include me, so I can send that out there. Correspondence, Good Legion?
Yeah, as you know, this spring, the honor flights start again. And I'm just curious, how many here have been on the honor flight? Raise your hand. Okay, now how many of you in here, raise your hand if you plan on going on the honor flight this year? Nobody's going to be out there for us to meet? Where's, who said one? Somebody raised their hand back there.
I wouldn't mind going.
Okay.
When they speak up as far as who's going this year, that will be coming out because we do have the 4 flights. And so as soon as the processing and the workout gets out, so they will be receiving those. So maybe they have applications in, but we're still running about 2 years.
First flight's in April, right?
Yes.
And to get applications, we would reach out to you. Would that be a good?
And or else we also have one in the office area, and we can make more copies. If anybody does need help on the office with an application, I will be glad to help.
We've got applications for both not caregivers, guardians, and veterans.
If anybody needs a handsome guardian, let me know. I'll step up for you guys.
You know somebody?
I know a friend, yeah. All right. Any other good of the Legion? Yes, sir, Mr. Sugg?
Thank you, Commander. This is something I wonder I should bring up here. I'm grasping at straws. As county commander, and even before that as department vice, district commander, we were concerned with Post 727 to Cedar Rapids. They're on the ropes. Their commander has been trying, he's sort of given up. I know Roger, when he was district commander, went all out. It helped for a while, but I talked to the commander this week, and he says, we may just have to have one more meeting and find out if anybody shows up and what they want to do, if they want to keep going or close the post. Right now, they have like 30 members. Last year, they had the same amount through December, then they made it up to almost 70. But it's a shame to close any Legion post. I hope you won't see them or any other post as competition. That's not what it's about. It's a Legion family. I mean, there are $30,000 vets in 3 counties, Scott, Dubuque, and Lynn. And right now, we only have a small fraction of those signed up into the Legion, so there's plenty to go around. And so what I guess I'm trying to do here is try to figure out a way to save them before we say, well, let's close it. The post has been around since about 1979 or 80. They used to do a lot of stuff. Now, what I'm trying to propose, and I've talked to the Department Commander Randy Johnson about this, is trying to get a cadre of, say, 5 or 6 people who used to be officers of some kind in a post or whatever organization to help recruit some people for 727 who actually do something, and then help train those people to get them going. And maybe we can save the post. Now, if anybody would be interested in that, please contact me. I'm the county commander, and I'm concerned about them, and I'm sort of working with the district commander on this. He asked me to be the local liaison, so if anybody would be interested in doing that, you do not have to transfer. I'm not asking that or anything, but maybe just help out another post so we can save them. To that end, I was discussing this with Randy Johnson, the department commander, and I mentioned I was going to bring it up at the Lynn County meeting that Ron just talked about. Randy said, oh, you have a county organization? I said, yeah. He said, can I come? I said, sure. So he's going to be at our meeting, and we want to invite as many people who want to come and meet the commander. He's a real Legion guy. He's been on the go constantly. He's really concerned about Legionnaires, and he wants to meet as many as he can. We're even inviting people from the 2nd District to come to the meeting so we can sort of give more bang for the buck there. Once again, the meeting is at 6:30 p.m., January 24th, at Vets Memorial Building, 4th floor, City Council Chambers, the old City Council Chambers. And we'll have a little business meeting, and then the commander will talk to us, and then if anybody wants to can talk to him. So we hope you'll come back. Once again, there are 25,863 vets in Lynn, Scott, and Dubuque counties that are not Legion members. So keep that in mind for the 727 thing and for our post. They're out there, folks, so let's get them. If anybody's got any questions, I'd be happy to answer them, or try to.
I will make sure, Ron's gonna send me an email, and I'll make sure we send out a blast for that, so we can get a blast out to all the members for anybody who wants to show up to that meeting.
It's important we have a good showing, because we need a little more good PR with the department.
Is there such thing as like an associate member or something where you can be part of 2 posts?
No,
Okay.
no,
It all has to do with
no. I thought of that too, but can't do it, so. But this is one way we can help them out. And, I mean, see, you'd have the 2nd largest city in Iowa without a post if they close. That's not a good thing, so. Anyway, thank you, Commander.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Any other good of the Legion or correspondence? All right, hearing none, we'll proceed to the raffle.
Everybody in the raffle wants to do it?
Can I give you an IOU?
I'll pay if I win.
See your apple, but I don't know where. Roger, where's that at? I thought it was post 5 or 3, and they're gone.
Post 5 is going 727. They get to use the memorial building downtown.
263?
I've never even heard of it.
Last four numbers.
That's the wrong number.
Comes right after me.
You said 9263?
No.
Not me, don't worry. I'm just making it louder.
I'm not here, drug in.
Jerry's own number.
He wants no tickety board.
Drew his own number. Rigged.
You telling me he has to buy in the bar now?
No, he's gotta pay his
You gotta
membership.
pay his membership, that's what you gotta
It's a sign.
Yeah, congratulations.
What was the pot, Danny?
What was the pot?
$30.
There you go. You're 10 away from membership. All right, is there any further business to come before the meeting? If not, the chaplain will lead us in prayer. That's kind of loud. Uncover.
May the peace of God rule in your hearts, and the word of Christ dwell in you richly in all wisdom. Go forth now in love as those called to do his work. And may God's favor and mercy bless you always. Amen.
Amen.
Cover. Till we meet again, let us remember that our obligation to our country can be fulfilled only by faithful performance of all duties of citizenship. Let service to the community, state, and nation be ever a main objective of the American Legion and its members. Let us be ever watchful of the honor of our country, our organization, and ourselves, that nothing shall swerve us from the path of justice, freedom, and democracy. The Color Guard will now retrieve the POW, MIA, and missing comrade flags. The Honor Guard will now retrieve the colors. Hand salute. Two. I now declare this meeting of Marion Post 298, the American Legion, Department of Iowa, adjourned.